Welcome everyone to the first ever official UWE Q&A. This is the UWE Chief Executive Officer, the Self-Supremacy Everett Crede, aka Jack Thomas. I am here with, of course, my good buddy over at the CJE because he is also the other half of UWE Head Creative, the brother man with the master plan, Cameron Jackson.
It's more so done like this. Welcome to CJE. That is Cameron Jackson Entertainment, your #1 stop in entertainment for your backyard wrestling fix. I am your founder, chairman, and CEO, the brother man with the master plan, Brother Cam. What's going on?
Pretty good. All right. Now, obviously, I explained a lot over Twitter. I may as well answer this question before anybody asks them. My computer's been going through a lot of hell as of late with the Wi-Fi. I don't know what's going on. It has nothing to do with the Wi-Fi in the area. It's specifically my computer. I don't know if it's due to overheating. I don't know what it's about. But lately, for the past 24 hours, knock on wood, it's been not too bad. I've only had one issue that happened about maybe 20 minutes ago. So, you know, it usually like happens every 10 minutes. This is the first time where I'm really getting lucky with it. So if I do lag out, Cam will take over, but you know, I'll be coming back. Don't worry. I'll reset the computer, and then worst comes for where, Cameron could send me a Google Hangout invitation, and then I'm back here. So. Yeah, pretty much. UWE Q&A. You can ask me questions on the YouTube and the chat box. Twitter, you could DM me. You can mention me in a comment on Twitter, or if you have me on Facebook, you can message me there. If you don't have Facebook, or if you do not have me on Facebook, do not ask for me to request you on Facebook because I'll get to you when I get to you. Now. We got 3 viewers right now, so that looks pretty good. So let's begin with the questions. I know there was a couple of questions on Twitter, so I'm going to check that out. Cam, you there?
Yeah, I'm swell. I'm right here. I'm just going to grab some other attire. This is not my stick right here.
All right. Well, all right, not a problem. Now, if I lag out and it goes if nobody's available right now, don't worry, Cameron will invite me back as soon as I come back if I kind of lagged out on you guys. So, right now, I guess we're just going to go to the questions. Let's see what we got. All right. We got Evan Starr. We got Aiden from EAW, my mistake, EAW. I actually said that right the first time. Okay. Seth Maverick, I'm sure he's tuning in as well. Adrenaline was the first one to favorite this, so I'm sure he's tuning in as well. Shout out Big Time Mike, because Big Time Mike delayed his show for an hour just so we can do this thing here. So big time shout out to Big Time Mike. And now let's see if we have any questions on YouTube. No, nothing yet on YouTube. How you doing, Cam?
I'm doing pretty swell. I'm sitting here. I'm just chilling. There's a few things I gotta get off my chest, but I want some questions going first. You know what I mean? This is a Q&A. You know, I don't want to just be.
Well, yeah. Well, the issue right now is apparently we're having a little bit of.
Is nobody gives a damn. That's the issue.
Well, no, that's not it at all. Oh, wait, no, we're good. We're good. I didn't know if we were. The thing on YouTube was experiencing interruptions, but it looks to be working just fine. If anybody's having problems, just refresh your YouTube page if we're lagging right now. I had the same issue going on. Just refresh, and we should be back to normal. All right. You were saying, Kim?
Oh, nothing. It really wasn't even important anyway.
All right. Yeah, nothing going on right now on YouTube. So let's see what we got on Twitter, because I'm sure everybody's going to be asking questions there. All right. First question comes from Seth Maverick. Says, could you name the official members on the UWE roster? If I remember them all, I'll try. Pretty much, we're going to name, I guess, double characters included. We have myself, Everett Crede. We have, I'm just going to go through everybody that's primary and then do their secondary. So I'll do me first. Everett Crede, who is present. Winnipeg Warrior, he's around. Lips is here, like he's signed, but no one knows where he's been since Hell's Vacancy. Cameron Jackson, saying goes, we haven't, in character, we haven't seen Cameron since Hell's Vacancy. Daisy's actually still signed, but he's dead, so, I don't know, I mean, what's going to go with that. Let's see. We have Dirty DeChico, we have Dirty Dave, Rick Rios, TJ Sakara, Insanity, Adnan, the Black Bullet, Nick Somas, Fat Jack. I think he's officially on. I think that's it for as far as right now officially. Oh, and of course we have a couple of new people that are coming in as well. Chris Kolda, Steve Bono. They're going to have their official character names to be revealed soon, so that'll all come in good time. And then I just signed somebody else that's new, a good friend of mine, so he's going to be joining us as well. We're trying to re-sign Terrence Phillips. We're trying to get in hold of him, so see what's going on with Terrence Phillips. Of course, Shakur Shakavelli will be around once he's out of football. Cam, anything to add on?
No, I think you hit it right on the head as far as that's how many people we have currently on the roster. But let's take a look at YouTube, and I'd like to say what's up to our good buddy, Backyard Wrestling colleague, Jason Walker. What's happening? Obviously, he's not here, Everett. You got to talk after I say things like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, what are you talking about? Like, Jason Walker's not even here.
Page, Jack Wagon.
Oh, YouTube page? Oh, okay, my bad. All right, now I lost it. So, to start off, where do you guys plan to take UWE in 2015? That is a great question. Cam, you want to?
You pin that on me. You're not going to like this answer. You're not going to like this answer.
All right, should I go first?
You should go first. Because
all right. Well, UWE in 2015, we're really trying to focus on what brought us to the dance, and that is the value of entertainment, because that's what we got into. That's why we got into wrestling as kids. We like to see those dynamic characters like The Undertaker, like Stone Cold, like The Rock. I mean, we got it in our own way, though, because as you can see, we got a bunch of dynamic characters making their way in. Adnan is making a name for himself. Anonymous made his first appearance, so now he's involved. There's going to be a lot of original storylines to take place. A lot of storylines are going to develop within lockdowns. We're not going to try to have useless matches. And as far as main event goes and as far as popularity goes, we're not going to base it as far as who is the best athlete, more so who is the most talented individual in all of aspects, and the value of charisma, entertainment, mic skills, all that stuff, obviously entrance and wrestling as well. Characters very key to what we're looking for in 2015. Now, Cam, I gotta hear this.
Me, quite honestly, I don't give a good goddamn about any other character on the roster besides myself, and it's because I've put them all over, with the exception of Everett Crede. And you beat Lips. Let's be real, okay? The only reason why I beat Lips is because if I would have lost again, I would have had to go away for a long time. And you can, obviously, if you've seen Broken Glory, you can't have Brother Cam go away. So I'm just saying, quite honestly, I love the UWE. Great place. Things need to change. Really need to focus on the entertainment factor. And people that have gold should really represent the company, because, quite honestly, I'm a part of the damn company, and I forgot that he was a champion until last night. So, I'm sorry, I'm just venting.
That says enough. I mean, that really does, because, I mean, in character, I despise the NATO. I don't like the NATO. I don't respect the NATO. Out of character, if I'm looking at this as a promoter and a businessman, I mean, they're very interesting characters, and they definitely know quite a bit in the wrestling spectrum. But as far as representing the UWE champions,
Rick Rios has it. It's the other one. I'm not gonna name drop, but it's the other one that's dropping it. You got the World Heavyweight Championship, and you stand behind the guy who's the standard bearer for the mid-card. Are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, the issue I had with taking on NATO at Broken Glory was
They didn't let you hit a
obviously
damn move. They didn't let you hit a single damn move.
not
Yeah,
only did it did not let me hit any move. That's why I didn't tag in after I tagged out to tag in TJ because I'm like, all right, screw this. And then not to mention, TJ was kind of not exactly doing writing out the best red dot storylines either, but. NATO didn't let the bad guys be a chance to be the bad guys. They try to almost make themselves look like heels, which actually was a really big issue with the UWE. Hold on one second.
because you don't want to ever not know who's the good guy and who's the bad guy. When you lose track of who's, well, as people would like to not have their intelligence insulted, who's the heel and who's the face, then it's kind of like, why are you doing this? It's confusing. It's a lost cause. It's like, quite honestly, it's kind of like me and you just fighting to fight. It's
Yeah,
a useless match. I mean, yes, they're two awesome in-ring performers. You cannot take that away from them. You cannot. You just can't take it away from them. But when it comes down to red dot writing, I'd like to say, if I'm talking in my character, and as on behalf of the CJE, I would have to say NATO stands for no acceptance to offense because they no sell everything you do.
that's
So,
actually pretty good.
so whatever the case, I'm gonna say Rick Rios. I got my money on Rick Rios every day, but the other one, he needs to really do something because his way ain't working. How are you the world heavyweight champion? You don't say a damn thing to the community. Not hey, not hi, not cat, dog, squirrel, rabbit, jit, bitch, shit, goddamn, or fuck you. And then you sit back and then you reap the benefits of being the champion. You get the main events. You get the win record. You get all this. And then you want to go back and complain? Bullshit! You suck. I just go ahead.
All right, yeah, because don't worry, guys. All questions will be answered. I know there's a load up on questions. I'm amazed, which I'm very happy with. But we're all gonna get you. We're gonna have all your questions answered. So, a question from EAW Aiden. It's not letting me direct. That's probably because I'm not following you yet. Don't worry, I'll get there. But I've always wanted to know who creates the storylines for the UWE. It's actually a very good question because we don't even know anymore. I mean, myself, I guess you could say I have the final say, but as far as I'm concerned, if we're going to talk really the head of creative, it's really about a 49-51 with me and Cameron. That's pretty much, that's the best way we could really say it. I mean,
51. What the fuck?
let's be honest. I mean,
To be honest, I come up with most of the shit.
well, no, wait, what is who creates the storylines? Well, yeah, then, I mean, as far as the better storylines go, I would definitely say, obviously between me and you definitely come up with a big majority of the better working storylines, especially for the main event. I'm kind of like more so helping out the mid-card and the younger guys that have potential, where you're kind of focusing on the ones that have a little trouble finding their character, so...
But it is what it is. Regardless, there's nothing to argue over.
Yeah.
We both
But
do it.
me and Cameron are really the ones that have the most influence on UW storylines.
And by the way, guys, I want to go back and backtrack from before. I don't hate Nick Somas. I just hate the on-screen character that is the World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, when it comes to us, we don't have a personal grudge with any UW superstar. But, well, actually, why am I answering that? If anything, you guys got to ask those questions. Come on, guys. But nonetheless, all right, let's see what we got, because I know there's a bunch on YouTube, which I'm very impressed. WKE Wrestling asks, when is the next lockdown?
Is that Cody?
Cody Rex.
Man, Cody's awesome. Cody is complete awesome.
To answer your question, we are going to try, and I don't think Cameron even knows this, we're going to try to record Sunday. But we're gonna.
It'd be nice if I would have known. I got to get there.
Well, I think I told you already. Remember, I told you this morning. I was like 37 degrees and partly sunny.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so yeah, I did tell you we're gonna try to record this Sunday, but obviously if we can't pull it off, we can't pull it off. I mean, the only reason why we wouldn't be able to pull it off is either lack of communication, no shows, weather, but weather should be fine. So really the only thing getting in the way is no shows. And then once we record, obviously with that comes editing and commentary, and that'll be that. I thought the Wi-Fi would have been an issue with uploading, but we're doing all right now. So we got to see what's going on.
Well, you'll have your time to lag out of here. See, the issue with the uploading and the Wi-Fi is actually that's a whole nother question for somebody else to ask. Go ahead.
All right. This is from HBTW. If I don't have any other. Oh no, my bad. Tyler Drake from DRW says, "What is your favorite BYW company besides the UWE?" That is a good question. I mean,
I can name mine right now. That's no issue.
shoot.
I'm gonna leave out APW because they haven't started yet.
Yeah, same here.
I'm gonna put mine in a dead set. I'm gonna rank 3. I'm gonna rank 3, and if I rank 5, then people will get pissed off. But I'll rank 3. My favorite one that's out right now to watch is VTW. Behind that, believe it or not, is WKE, and then I love the entertainment value of DRW. I do. That'll probably have to be 3. Now number four, I don't know what that would be, considering the fact that there's a lot of other people out there really striving. Probably BTW up in Canada would be number 4 for me. But that's really my top 4 to watch. And honestly, the only one in a real specific order is VTW. You know, Tyler Storm and Zach Daniels and all those guys. They're my number 1 to watch. Everybody else, I can't even rank them. I'm going to say I enjoy watching those other ones that I said there, but VTW is probably right now my favorite one out because they're just awesome people and they love doing what they do. So,
yep. I mean, for me, obviously, I'm always a big time fan of KBW, but the thing with KBW though, this is before they kind of went off air. The reason why I was into KBW, believe it or not, and you can ask, Cam can vouch for me on this. I was not a fan of KBW because of AK and Cage. I was a fan of KBW because of the 3 superstars that I liked better than anybody else. Big Tom Mike, the Bulldozer, and I'm gonna say the faction, the Renegades, but more specifically the Beast. I felt like those 3 were actually pretty entertaining. I thought they were all right. But as far as currently now goes, I mean, with me, it's hard to really say a certain company because there's certain superstars in certain companies that really grab my attention. I don't really know much about OSTW, but I do know about Dark Horse Jack Andrews. If I got to pick a specific company, perhaps WKE, DRW, those guys are very good. VTW is very good. I know WKE did a fascinating job on the Broken Glory pre-show. In my opinion, told a better story than any other match on the card, including the main pay-per-view. So I feel like that was pretty good. Cameron took off because I said the Beast was one of my favorites. But, hashtag the Beast. But, let's see what we got as far as more questions go. Question from Jason Walker. How do the wrestlers on the UWE roster determine what moves they will use? Is there a creative limit that says you can only do this because of your character, etc.?
That's a good question.
Great question, because usually, I'm going to say about 95% of the time, myself and Cameron will come up with the moveset for the superstar. That's about 95%.
Well, I'll be a little bit. I'm gonna go on a little bit more. When we say come up with the move set, it's more so we give hints on the way they should finish a match, not necessarily the moves in between. Like we'll say a couple moves. I mean, really, most of the move set is up to the guy. but like we'll think of a couple cool moves like
Me and Cam will come up with the finishers though. That's for sure.
yeah, a few finishers, but
What do you mean? No, we've come up with pretty much every one of them if you really look at it.
no, we didn't come up with any of Nick Somas's.
Well, I was gonna get to that in a minute, but I mean, as
But
far as the main loyal talent goes, I mean, we pretty much have come up with everybody.
TJ did that power bomb power driver on his own. So
Yes, the new Sakara theory of death with the hijack pile driver, that was TJ by himself. Other than that, we have come up with just about like I said, 95%. Wasted splash, bootweiser, two devastating maneuvers yet so simple. We obviously came up with our own finishers. Mr. Normal, we had the 3 stages of normality, all that kind of stuff. We had everybody's move. We really just kind of set up for the superstar. The only 2 superstars that kind of decided on their own moves, and we just said F it and let the fans notice how stupid it looks, is the glue that keeps us all together, the NATO, because Nick Somas doing a spear and Rick Rios doing an RKO, just I feel like if anything it should be the other way around, so. But I'm not going to complain. I mean, they want to come up with their own moves. I don't mind. The one thing I did like on Rick's moveset was the Cyclone that he did at Redemption. Not the F5, but the one where he had Nick Somas in almost like a shell shock formation and did that was pretty cool. I like that on Rick. And obviously the Destroyer that Nick Somas has, I'm very impressed with. I like that move as well. And then the double man Superman punch, they came up by themselves. That was pretty impressive too. Obviously, the only thing that's kind of is that Roman Reigns is hot with the Superman punch. But the way they do it with the how one goes this way and the other goes this way and they come back, that I'll give them that. That was pretty good. But other than that, movesets, we pretty much come up with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. And
I said it all in one breath.
There's a lot of things that we do come up with. I know I mainly come up with a lot of the entrance music.
Sorry about that.
Or either we'll agree on something and I'll edit it or some just stuff like that. Just a bunch of stuff that we it's not really just a one-man effort. Like we really do get everybody's opinion on a few things. It's just some of the other things that we know that people will say something that is to the natural eye stupid. We kind of take the reins over. Like if we were talking about having a world heavyweight title match. And these guys want to do Flip-a-Palooza and then get up and then hit each other with chairs and then get up and then pile drive each other through tables and then somehow get up and be able to do, moonsaults and backflips. We're like, okay, no, that's impossible. It's unrealistic. We won't do shit like that. But I mean, but gladly nobody's come up with an idea like that. The only person that probably would probably. Well, I'm not even gonna say his name because I don't want to start trouble because I just don't feel like going through it. But and believe it or not, it's not Rick. I'm not talking about Rick Rios because Rick Rios is actually the smartest one headed right now. And
all right, we got a question from CCW. How are you gonna feel, Cam, when you should know what I'm saying, finally comes to the public eye, your friend?
Wow. Did he really ask that?
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Oh, wow. I'm going to feel great.
Oh, man, these questions, I hope they don't start going Tom Bomb onion ice cream is shit, freaking.
No, he's talking about those photos that we leaked.
The photos?
Yeah.
That we leaked? What did we leak?
No, not we. What the fuck we? No,
What, Seth Rollins like the photo leaks?
No, good God, no. Get your mind out of the gutter. Choose one, Everett or Lips. Jesus. All right, now move on. Next question.
All right. let's see. In regards to this is from Big Time Mike. In regards to the UWE brand, what makes it different from the rest? What are you guys doing to expand the brand? Pretty much what we want to do different is the fact that we want to have the most diverse of characters in backyard wrestling. We want to have characters that you never would have thought of or characters that you would have thought of, and we took it to a whole nother level. And
yeah, but while you say that, I do got to say, I got to interject, and I got to say, we can't have every character be like that, though.
Well, no, like, not every character, but
I feel like that's a turn that we're starting to take, and then we're gonna look like fucking Rent-A-Circus going down, you know,
yeah,
backyard wrestling lane. Which there's no problem with that if we were built on that. But the thing about it is, Cameron Jackson can't exist in that type of society. Neither can Everett Crede, neither can TJ Sakara, Rick Rios, Nick Somas, Dirty DeChico, Dirty Dave, none of them. So we got to kind of know the right blend. But yeah, you did hit it on the head. We definitely are trying to bring about those characters that you only see here, and those above and beyond that you only see here, and then some things that you just don't think would ever, you know, be a character, and then we bring up, you know, and show it in a way that is actually cool to watch. And as far as expanding, Everett's really handling that. I have a few people that I'd love to talk to about expanding, but the thing is, travel, and you know, I'm not talking about people from like North Carolina or nothing like that, or people from South Ecuador or no shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people that live, fellow backyard wrestlers that live in New Jersey that just would have a horrible time getting up to Bayshore, Long Island. So, but Everett's really been handling the expanding thing, and we're gonna see some new faces soon, hopefully.
Question from DRW the Russian. Oh, no.
Yes, that's my homie.
Who's the better Russian? Wow, he didn't even mention Rusev. Who is the better Russian, me or Suicide Bomber? Hashtag pick correctly American. Okay.
Oh, I love the Russian. He's awesome.
You know, I mean, I hate picking between two people. But, you know, in this case, I'm not going to be the corny guy. Like, you know how you know what pisses me off? When there's always a guest commentator that's in a rivalry, like a champion, and there's a #1 contenders match, and it's like, who would you rather face? And they always say the classic, I don't care, I'm going to win. I'm not going to be like that. I'm actually going to pick someone. I have to say DRW the Russian, because I feel like,
well, yeah,
not only is he more relevant, and not only is he tweeting me about this right now, and he's more available, but the fact is that I really feel he goes into the Russian character and really takes a lot more pride into that character than Suicide Bomber. I'm not going to say anything negative about Suicide Bomber, but, you know, just the name by itself, because Russians aren't suicide bombers. You know what I'm saying? Russians don't do that. You know, when I think Suicide Bomber, I'm going to think he's either from Japan or he's from the Middle East. I mean, that's just me. So, Cam, what about you?
I'm just a fan of the Russian Vorkachev. It just sells to me. And
that was the one you made the song for, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's huge.
It sells to me, and then after seeing that video of him breaking them damn boards and getting that black belt, or that 4th degree black belt, I don't think I'm ever going to pick against him in my life. So, moving right along.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's definitely an awesome question, and another reason why I'm a big fan of DRW. I mean, you know, definitely they got the entertainment value. That's such a big factor. Now, oh boy, Big Time Mike again. Regarding angry talent, how do you handle that? How do you maintain control in your locker room?
Oh, that's a
question.
That's a great question, because Everett doesn't. He doesn't at all. For some reason, he lets people walk all over him when the only
Well, not exactly. I mean, you got to see which kind of...
Let me finish, just like I'm going to walk all over you right now. And no, but
that was good. I'll give you that.
He lets people walk all over him, and then he ends up doing a pay-per-view with only 2 matches on it, and he never gets a single strike, punch, move, DDT, elbow drop, or a damn thing in the actual match that he's in. Nah, to be quite honest, he tries a bit, and he there's a very well respect level there. I feel like any problem that we have with UW talent is professional. It's never personal. So to be quite honest, we really don't have angry talent. Like when we're done filming the show, everything's cool. But
Yeah.
there is times when during the show people will be heated up. I remember back in Flirting with Fire, I was so pissed off because they were arguing over how long my match is going to be. You know, Everett and Rick are having a conversation over how long my match is going to be, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm the champion. Let's do this. I'm ready to come out. And then on top of that, they mess up my fucking music. So I came out, I flung the title belt, and everybody wants to look at me like Public Enemy #1.
I
You know,
remember that.
but I think I was justified, you know. But I mean, after that, after the match was over, it was all good. It was nothing. It was professional problems. That was it, you know.
Yeah, everybody has their moments where they burst. I mean, even Dirty DeChico, one of the most humbles, had his bursting moments. I mean, my bursting moment was Road to Destruction because there was a lot of bitching, a lot of I don't want to be in the Charybdis chamber, I don't want to be in the Charybdis chamber, but I was scheduled to be in the Charybdis chamber, and then TJ didn't want to be in the Charybdis chamber, and all that. And I said, all right, that's fine. We could just put Lips in the Charybdis chamber. And plus, I got the makeup on already. I was supposed to wrestle the Black Bullet, but Rick didn't want to be the Black Bullet. So he didn't bring his gear. And, you know, the matter of the fact was, I'm like, really? So I put on this makeup for nothing. So then, you know, I had my mom said I'll do that makeup for like 45 minutes. I feel like I should get something out of it. So that's when I name dropped Insanity. And then I said, you know what, may as well put me in the match and then have Insanity take me out. It's that simple. But then all of a sudden in the very end, TJ says, oh, I'm going to be in the match, and takes out Lips. And I'm like, really? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, you're going to do all that bitching and now you're just going to take my spot? Fuck no. I was this close to pulling the plug, went upstairs, called Angie because she's the queen of calming me down. And then Cam says, just go walk in as, you know, like pull a, you know, we did it first, but pull an Eric Rowan. And it worked. And so, Eric Rowan, you stole my freaking idea, but, you know, we're just, you know, that might be actually an annual thing. Like, Litz just comes in and he's never an official part, never gets eliminated. You know, it's like Curtis Axel and, you know, Lipsomania, you know, but whatever. But, as far as angry talent goes now, we don't really have that. Well, no, we do.
Whoa! Don't say you don't have any angry talent because I'm sitting here, I'm pissed off and mad as hell. Don't say you don't have any angry talent because.
Well, no. I mean like conflicts in the locker room.
Oh no.
I mean, besides NATO, I really don't see. I mean,
they're not even that big of an issue. I just feel like their deal is trying to stick it to you.
Well, not only they're trying to stick it to me, but the fact is that, you know, they kind of made it look like this is going to happen. And then if you question if it's going to happen, they're going to throw a little temper tantrum, period. And, you know, with them, it's kind of like, I don't know, it can get very aggravating because if they don't get their way, they're going to start, you know, bitching a little bit, which can get a little annoying. But, you know, but besides that, I mean, you know, it's never really much of an issue. TJ, I mean, he's all right. He's just got to control his red dot writing, and he's got to control where he's supposed to be in the feud. So besides that, you know, there's not really much with maintaining the locker room. When you go pro, what indie company would you like to go to? Well, when I go pro, I'm not going to be going to any indie company. I'm not even going to be doing pro wrestling. I'm just going to be behind-the-scenes personality in the WWE. Or, well, that's what I'm going to try because I already have my way in. Cam, are you doing indies?
You know, quite honestly, this is how I look at it, and I might get some hate for this one too. There's a wrestling personality named Jim Cornette. Okay, he's been everywhere. He's worked territories. He's worked mainstream. He's worked WCW, WWE, at the time, OVW, developmental, indie, ROH. He's worked everywhere. I look at it this way. I'm 5'8", 5'9", I don't know, somewhere in between there. I'll give wrestling a stab. But I do know this: if it doesn't get over too well in the Indies, I'll try to revert to being a manager and then work my way up through there. I mean, as we could see, it took Dutch Mantel many years, Zeb Coulter, but it worked, and it works. Jim Cornette, it works. So that's what I'll do. If indie company per se, I really don't care what I do or where I go. Quite honestly, to me, it's just about grabbing an audience somehow, some way, shape, or form. Um, but I would obviously the main goal would be to get to the WWE. And if I don't make it to the WWE, you'll see me shooting every fucking Wednesday night. I'll tell you that for sure.
Yeah, right. Well, I know there's actually been a lot of wondering. Well, actually, wait, there's no wondering. People didn't even pick up on the NATO's hint, and I'm so glad they didn't because they had no forwarding plan. Because on lockdown, I tried showing off my role as the CEO and saying that I got the final say, and then NATO, just because they want to look better than me, says we took it higher up, and now there's a higher power, and he's going to be revealed next week. I'm going to let you know right now, there actually is a higher power. He's right here. See, blank screen, because there is no higher power. It's nobody. They just said it because they wanted to put themselves over, and, it's like, not only are you downgrading my character, but in a week's time, when the next show's up, you're degrading your own character because you're not living up to a promise. So don't say that there's going to be a higher power unless there is going to be a higher power. They were going to set it out to be, I think they were going to try to make it TJ. Or I don't know who.
Hell no.
I think they were going to try to make it TJ. That failed. They were going to try to make it Jimmy
from a mile away.
I'm sorry, TJ joins NATO. That is the Shield. Because you got Somas as Rollins, TJ as Ambrose, and Rick as Reigns. So that couldn't be more ripping off. But as far as the higher power goes, and if you're looking for a higher power for NATO to reveal next week, this isn't in character. This is personal. There's nothing. There's no higher power. They just said that because they wanted to say it. They said it because of the heat of the moment, and they didn't realize that they weren't going to stick up to their word. From CCW, is there anyone in your guys' minds that could be a breakout star for UWE in 2015 if they step up and put forward a lot of effort?
One name, 2 words: Dirty D Chico.
Yep. That's mainly. I mean, Dirty DeChico definitely I see has a lot of potential. If he shows up to more shows, I could see Fat Jack getting a lot of potential. Chris Anius shows up, forget about it. He's already
He's actually going to be the answer to Big Time Mike's question further down. So we'll leave Chris Anius out of this right now.
Yeah, I mean, as far as everything goes, I mean, breakout star 2015, I definitely see Adnan is going to be up there as well. There's going to be a lot of people. The new people that we got from Five Towns College that are going to eventually come in, they're going to be good. Anonymous, I feel like that's going to be a powerful character. So, we'll definitely see what we can do. Obviously, you're going to be seeing more of CJE. You're going to be seeing a little more of the Freak Show. You're going to be seeing more of Everett Crede. So,
yeah, as far as CJE goes, I'm not coming back to do that simple job anymore. It's not that I don't. It's not about losing, because that's not the issue. The issue is I put over all these people that have potentially done nothing. So now it figures that since I have quite a lost record, so does Everett Crede, and we're still the most relevant 2 out of the whole roster, something needs to change. So hashtag CJE4WHC. Anyways, go ahead.
Let me see. Who was the one, this Big Time Mike? Oh, wait, hold on. My bad. I got more questions from CCW. Let's get to the dirty laundry. Who is the biggest crybaby in the UWE? Hands down, that would be Rick. And if you don't know who that is, it's Rick.
I don't know.
That's
I wouldn't answer that. I don't know because
I'll air the dirty laundry.
I will say this though. At least Rick will come to you and say it. Like he don't go
Oh
this.
yeah, that's a big thing that I give him a lot of credit for. At least he
People
comes up to me.
there's people in the UWE, and I won't say their names because they're not man enough to step up, that complain and then say something to our face, then turn around and complain and bitch and moan, and
Yeah,
and I can't. Yeah, we say Rick pisses us off, but Rick is the only one
that
that
steps
actually.
up to the plate, and I got to give him credit. Yeah, he does complain a lot, but you know what? That shows one, he cares, and two, it shows that he has what it takes to step up to us. Because I remember one time in New York, we had a little bit of a big hangout going on. All of a sudden, out of the blue, Terrence Phillips just starts complaining. That was funny as hell.
Oh man, he was drunk. That's why. But
Let's see. Who's the guy? Oh God, CCW. Who's the guy in the UWE that would pull a CM Punk and quit in the middle of a big storyline? Oh, that's a good question.
we've had that. And
Oh well, yeah, we did have that already.
yeah. You can do the honors there, Everett, because
Surprisingly, Rick would not be on that list because
no,
Rick will never quit the UWE.
he would never quit. If anything, he would raise hell until shit changes, but he wouldn't quit.
One time he did quit in season 2. We came back 5 days later, so that does that. As far as superstars that would pull the Punk, right now we have one, Chris Anius. Chris Anius was going to have a big storyline with Fat Jack. It was going to lead into a first blood match. It was going to lead into a last man standing match. It was going to be very entertaining, the Battle of the Bulls. And Chris Anius lacked to show up. And then that being Fat Jack didn't really have anything to do. So we couldn't do anything with him either. I mean, we could still work Fat Jack into a storyline right now. But, it kind of killed it when Anius didn't show up. But the thing is, if Anius shows up again, obviously he'd be a big thing. It'd be better. So
Yeah, and then to answer the next question, who was the one that got away? A talent who was damn good, who never stayed but could have been a top star, is Chris Anius for you.
Yeah. As far as on screen goes right now, yes. There were some people that were before YouTube that were really big superstars, would have made it huge, and they just didn't want to do it anymore. Robin's Prophet, the Swag and Savior, was one of our best characters we ever had. I think he was the only UW superstar to sing his own theme song. So, at the time.
About that because I know a guy that sits over there is just you.
Oh no! I'm not gonna say him yet. I mean, cause,
you know what I mean.
yeah, he sings his own theme song, but other than him, I think Robin's the only one.
I'm cool. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There you go. Let's see now. Does Daisy count? Rest in peace, Daisy. What if the higher power ends up being Daisy raised from the dead?
No.
Well, I'll simply answer it with there's no way in hell you're going to get Daisy to... You're not going to convince Daisy to revive himself just so he can join NATO. That's just not Daisy's...
You're not going to convince me to put on that damn morph suit again, ever, to be quite honest. And especially not to join a faction. Just... I mean, but Drew, that was great thinking though, because that would be one hell of a shock if that was the case though. But
this is actually a very good comment. I actually am really liking this comment because this is actually a good idea, and I think he actually owns one of these. Dirty DeChico, this is from CCW. Dirty DeChico is the man, and if he doesn't ride his motorcycle for at least one entrance this year, I will hurt a kitten.
Yeah, it needs to happen.
Yeah, I agree. I think that'd actually be pretty cool. Let's see. We got Maria Excellence. That poor kitten. Hashtag CJE for WHC. Oh, wow. CCW puts hashtag CJE for WHC and hashtag Rick Rios is Dick Rivers.
That is true.
So that's that. If you're having trouble, refresh.
He's not making fun of him. He's just telling the truth. Rick Rios does mean Dick Rivers in Spanish.
Oh my God, you're right. Dick Rivers. Yeah, he's got a point. Rick Rios is Dick Rivers. So, let's see here. We're doing pretty good right now. We got about, I'd say, 15 minutes left. If there's any other questions, I mean, these have been awesome. These really have been all awesome questions. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, doing very good right now. Wrong thing to do. Come on.
Yeah, you know what? Since we never really, since we got 15 minutes left, the questions were awesome. I really do appreciate it. But I kind of want to see if we do something a little fun for a few minutes. We never really get to have any fun on these things, not anymore, anyways, because there's so many of them. But so, Everett, I want to know, because I never get to hear any dirt on myself.
Oh God.
So I want to know, give me a story about a time that I did something that you.
A story about a time where you pissed me off? Hang on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Hang on, I gotta get the book for that one.
Oh, fuck you. Don't worry, I got a lot of them over here. Son of a gun likes to go off and say I piss him off, but then okay. I just don't know the problem with people nowadays, ladies and gentlemen, because Nick Somas' title reign is a fluke. He couldn't be a world champion if you stapled one to his forehead. It just sucks. Like, he's got the title. He should be able to talk for himself, walk for himself, wrestle like a king, which he's not that bad.
Just had to get the book.
Oh, here we go with this book shit. All right.
I had to get the book for I wrote every time you have pissed me off in this book. So let's get started.
Look at that big ass book. All right.
All right.
You got
Chapter 1.
You've got an ESPN book. At least you're calling me a sporty guy. Thank you.
Yeah, all right. Friggin', I found the thickest book I could find. I'm just like, like, goddamn. Chapter 1. Feuding at UR2. Oh man, right? Like, fucking perfect.
Just give me one good one that is partially funny, so I can at least have a laugh at it.
Huh? Did you know the Miami Hurricanes won 4 national championships from '83 to '91?
Yes.
That's pretty good. Okay. Well, as far as times where you pissed me off, I'm trying to think now, because of anyone that really kind of gets, if anybody ever disagrees the least, believe it or not, it would have to be us, because we pretty much have very similar interests. But well, one time, this isn't really personal, but the one superstar in all of BYW pros, you name it, there's one superstar that we're gonna have different opinions on, and that's R-Truth. I'm sorry, I can't get behind R-Truth. When you said his heel turn was one of the biggest of all time, I'm sorry.
Whoa! I didn't say the biggest. I said one of the funniest.
No, you said one of the best. You said one of the best.
Oh, one of his best, yes. Not the best in the world, no. One of his best, hell yeah.
Well, then that's a different story. Okay.
No.
Double pages out of this.
I just call him Ron, to be quite honest. But, I mean, if that's something that minor, then not that big of a deal,
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think now of a time where, you really got...
There's a few times, but anytime that you piss me off, I just learn to laugh about it, because the way you acted is just so fucking funny.
I think Road to Destruction, because I know you were in it a little bit too, but not really. Like, it was just... It wasn't really me pissed at you. I was more so just... I was pissed at, everybody. I was just like, fuck this shit. I'm just, I just kind of got frustrated with everybody. But, I mean, other than that, I don't think we've had any issues. I know Season 3, there was a little bit going on, but I don't know why. I don't know why we were... Oh, right, because we didn't know what was going to happen with Redemption, because I think You guys wanted TJ to get the win at Redemption, and then it was like a whole thing with that fiasco.
Yeah, but that's under the bridge. See, the
Yeah, that
thing.
all the shit that we had is under the bridge. There's nothing really where no dirt really with me and you. That's I can't think.
I just get the distinct honor of being around all of your funniest freakouts.
Yeah, yeah, and they're not even at you.
And my favorite one has to be the first one I ever witnessed, which is the "Where's Your Proof" story.
Oh, that's great.
So, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up as I tell you this story.
You mind if I actually go through, because there's a couple of questions actually.
Yes.
Chris GCW says, if I were to pick any two guys as the people who put the most into UWE in terms of the community and writing, it'd be you two. Thank you very much. I think it's very cool that you guys don't write yourselves to win everything. I appreciate that a lot, but get ready for it. VTW, hello, boys. Who said that, by the way?
Tyler Stone.
No. I'm saying, like, I know someone actually used that term, just like in that dialogue. Hello, boys. I don't know if anyone knows it. Let me know. Let's see. R-Truth's official heel turn promo happened in North Carolina at Raw. That we were at. It was hilarious. The best part, we started the what chants directed at him, and that became part of the gimmick. CCW started what chants for R-Truth. All right, that's pretty good. Undertaker is the one that did it, freaking in the ambulance. But
we just so we could have our stay in there. We started fandangoing. Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, we did start fandangoing. Another big one was what was I gonna say again? We started the random wrestler chants. JBL, Jerry, Michael Cole, RVD, X-Pac, Y2J, you name it.
The X-Pac one really makes me feel good because I chanted X-Pac, and this fucker from across the damn arena comes out of the skybox, and he's just bugging out.
Yeah, fucking Waltman was back there. I was just like, what the fuck?
And this was while Raw was on commercial, so he got away with it. But
he got away with murder. And then the big one was the pretzel guy, the ice cream guy. We want ice cream and pretzel.
He was the funniest guy in the whole arena because he's just he's doing what he's got to do, and he's just making jokes, talking shit. He's just like, the ice cream is expensive. So somebody asks how much is it, and then he tells them, oh, it's $5, ma'am, and then she says, oh, that's expensive. He goes, I know, bitch, tell me about it. I'm like, whoa, and they're just buying it from him, this man's running you down, and you're buying this man's ice cream. He's a freaking #G. But whatever the case,
the where's your proof story? That's
the where's your proof story. This happened on a wonderful day after an all-right day at Bayshore High School. We didn't have too many bad ones, but the bad ones we did have were horrible. So we get back to Everett's house, and it's myself, TJ, and Everett. We're all in the room. We're all hanging out, and Everett was scheduled. I can't believe I'm saying this like it's a wrestling fucking event. Everett was scheduled to go to prom with his across the street neighbor, Colleen, and he obviously had feelings for another woman at the time. Her name was Kate. So he wrote a poem, a piece of literature about how he wanted to go with her and not with Colleen. So his mom walks in the room and finds this literature, and she reads it. Now I'm looking at her face, and she's reading it, and she's just like, ugh. And the way she reacted was pretty cool. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fine. She walks in there, she's talking to Everett, and then she said, and Everett's just like, is there a problem? And who's fucking calling my house? All right, well, he's like, is there a problem? And then she said, no, Everett, I'm not mad at you for how you feel, but you must know that she lied to you. She never had a brother. And I was like, oh shit. And Everett's, he does it 3 times. He goes, where's your proof? Right? It's silent for a couple of seconds. She says, Ev, and he goes, where's your proof? And then She goes, F, no, you gotta calm. And then right before she can say calm down, where's your fucking proof? Yeah, he's going off. He's going nuts. He's talking all this stuff, calling her all types of names. She's sitting there taking it. And the worst part is me and TJ are in the corner like, this is comedy gold. But whatever the case, it's still going on. And there's like no end to this. So now he's trotting all up and down the house, slipping and sliding in his socks, talking all this crap about, he goes, you just wanted to ruin my this and ruin that, and you know what, I don't even like that. He gets so mad that he decides to walk over to the window, the closed window, look at Colleen's house and says, you know what, Coons, it's off! And he tells her that the prom is canceled. Meanwhile, the bitch can't hear him. He's yelling out the front window, and to make things even worse, in 15 minutes, his grandparents pull up from Florida. So now they pull into the driveway. Everett's mom goes downstairs. She's wiping off, she's trying to, like, just seem calm. Next thing you know, Everett's hanging out in his room for about 5 minutes. That lasts, like, fucking 5 minutes. He comes downstairs, and next thing you know, him and his grandfather are talking like nothing ever happened. I'm just like, what in the blue fuck? What on earth? What in the isosceles hell just happened right there? And then, this is the worst part of it all. She makes dinner. He doesn't like what she makes. So we're outside hanging out on the trampoline now. He takes the whatever sandwich that she made and starts chucking it in the fucking trash can. And you know what? I go upstairs, and I'm thinking she's going to be pissed off. You know what she does? I would have chucked that shit too. I'm just like, that's your fucking son. I'm done. I'm fucking done. They went through this fucking 12-round bout about going to the prom with this woman and that woman. And next thing you know, they're on the same page. And the next day, it's like nothing ever happened. That is a day in the life of the Patterson family. You gotta be there to witness it. And if you're not there, you're probably in a better place. But whatever the case.
Question from Ecstatic VTW. Cam, is Daisy going to make a return?
I don't want him to, and I strongly doubt it, because I love playing the character, but the thing is, what is there for that character to do, really, besides be a hand in the mid-card? You've already got Lips who's going to stand out. So, to be quite honest, there's really no point for Daisy. And then he wasn't connecting with the fans, apparently. So, I was just like, there's no better time to kill him off, And then it's bittersweet, but, instead of blaming X, Y, and Z, I killed him off, and I still blamed X, Y, and Z, but we'll keep that under wraps. It's bittersweet.
From WKE Wrestling, who would be willing to be powerbombed on a car?
You, Cody. You.
Me?
Cody.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think he's saying in UWE-wise. I mean...
Oh, me. I'd do that.
I think, honestly, everybody in the UWE would be willing to do it. Maybe not TJ. As far as taking bumps, I would probably say TJ's the one that's kind of like the most afraid to take a bump. But other than that, I could see anybody taking that bump. The one that I could see first in line, either Cameron or Dirty DeChico.
Yeah, me and Dirty DeChico put on some very overlooked and underestimated hardcore war. I didn't expect that to be as good as it was. It was very underestimated. And
I like that match better than Daisy and Somas at Road to Destruction. I actually thought that was my favorite match.
Hey, but I just didn't expect him to, just take it all like that. And then, everybody knows me that I'm willing to take anything. From a headshot to a damn kendo stick cracking over my back and I dish it out well too. I think I'm the perfect example of I can dish it out and take it, as far as the UWE goes. And that may be a cocky statement, so if it is, I apologize. But I'm just saying,
All right, Cam, now I think it's time because I asked this question at every single talk show, every single podcast, every single hangout that's live on YouTube. I asked everybody this question, so I may as well ask you and me the same question I ask everybody else, and that is who in the UWE raids the fridge? Because holy moly, Batman has this scale definitely tipped in the past 3 years. 2011, if we're going to talk about rating the fridge in 2011 when we first started, hands down, TJ Sakara. Because, man, did he binge. Like, he would walk in the house and open the fridge right up and just start taking the goods and then leave. You know, he was definitely our biggest binge eater, like back in the day. Currently, no, you're all right. I mean, you're not too bad.
The thing is, I'm the only one that stays there for extensive.
Well, no, I'm saying days of the show.
Oh no, I don't. I don't even eat on the day of the show.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of who really eats the most on the day of the show. I mean, they usually all get their food now, but if anybody, probably, a better question would be who eats the most. Hands down, it used to be me, not anymore. Hands down, Shaq.
Oh well, yeah,
You know.
you could see that. They ain't hard to find out.
Yeah, no, Shaq definitely, he's definitely eaten quite a bit. He's eaten his fair share of food. I mean, I remember he had ate the sandwich.
And used all my damn bread.
Yeah, you ate a sandwich using all the loaves of bread in one bag. It was just, that's
I miss old Shacky. I miss him. But
yeah, we'll definitely get Shaq back. You mean try? I'm assuming. Well, why don't you go ahead and be?
Oh yeah, but backing things up. Yeah, why was Daisy called overrated? Somebody can answer that for me because
who even called him overrated?
Everything BYW, and if you know who Everything BYW is, please comment down there. I have a hunch on who it is, but quite honestly, I don't feel like going off on him because that's a step backwards. But it just, what did Daisy do to make him overrated? Or what did I do for that character that made him overrated? If anything, he was underrated. But to be quite honest,
most underrated UW superstars right now, if I gotta say, Daisy's on top of the list. Adnan, I feel, is going to be up there as well. The Dirties, all in all, I think they're going to definitely be very underrated. Those guys are definitely not going to be recognized. TJ Sakara, he's kind of underrated a little bit. But other than that, everybody else gets a good amount of credit. I mean, that's really about it. That's all I can think of right now. So.
Word. Well, look, we're in 9:03, and I'm pretty sure Big Time wants to get his show up.
Yeah, Big Time's got to get his show up. I'm going to wrap up. Final questions. So, let's see what we got. If anybody's got some last questions. If not, then I'm going to wrap it up. Checking Twitter, going once, going twice. That's Facebook. There we go. From the real Jesse. This was 2 minutes ago. From the real Jesse Carrill LO11. You know who that is?
Yeah.
Cameron, who is your dream match?
I don't know. I used to be able to answer that so clear, but right now, not to sound like a jerk, but I need to stop dreaming and start stepping into reality, and the reality is get my ass to UWE and win that World Heavyweight Championship.
That's a good way to do it. As a matter of fact, that might be a good way to send it off. So, with that being said, I think that's it for now. Yeah, I think that's everybody. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the UWE Q&A. If anybody's interested in Google Hangouts, we'll see what we can do. Cam, final words?
Till next time, Brother Cam, out.
And and that is Cameron Jackson. I'm Everett Crede, and we will see you when UWE returns.